You send a text, 3 hours, no reply. And suddenly your chest tightens, your stomach drops, and you're spiraling over a message that probably just got buried under a work email. You know it shouldn't hurt this much, but it does. And there's a scientific reason your brain is treating a delayed reply like a physical injury. Here's what's actually happening inside your skull. Neuroscientists have found that social rejection activates the exact same alarm system as physical pain. Not metaphorically. The same neurons, the same circuits. fMRI scans show the brain patterns are so similar that the scans themselves struggle to tell them apart. In fact, activation in these regions is so consistent, it can predict physical pain with up to 88% accuracy. But here's the cruel part. We can relive social pain more vividly than physical pain. You can remember a broken bone without feeling it again, but recall that time someone ghosted you or that offhand criticism from your boss. Your body feels it almost as intensely as the first time. Rejection doesn't just feel like pain. Your brain literally processes it as pain. So why would evolution build us this way? For your ancestors, getting pushed out of the tribe wasn't embarrassing, it was fatal. Exile meant losing protection, food, and cooperation. But here's the cruel twist. The people who felt rejection the least died first. They didn't see exile coming. So evolution selected for the hypersensitive. The ones who panicked survived. That pain isn't a character flaw, it's hardwired survival biology from a time when a delayed response actually meant abandonment. But for some people, that alarm isn't just on. It's cranked to 11. That cranked up system has a name: Rejection Sensitive Dysphoria, or RSD. The word dysphoria comes from Greek and literally means unbearable, which tells you exactly how this feels. RSD is an intense, overwhelming emotional pain triggered by perceived rejection, criticism, or even failure. It's not an official DSM diagnosis, but clinicians use the term because the pattern is unmistakable. What separates RSD from normal rejection sensitivity is the dysphoric quality. It's not just sadness, it's a state of physical and emotional turmoil. And crucially, it can be triggered by perceived rejection, not just real rejection. That delayed text, your brain already decided it means abandonment before you got any facts. In a neurotypical brain, the frontal cortex acts as a gatekeeper, analyzing emotional stimuli before reacting. But with ADHD, impaired executive function triggers an immediate fight-or-flight response to perceived criticism. While RSD isn't exclusive to ADHD, it's most studied there because the same circuits involved in attention also govern emotional regulation. Here's how RSD shows up in real life. A dismissive comment, a delayed reply, or mild criticism doesn't just sting, it can trigger chest tightness, nausea, body aches, or that sinking sensation in your stomach. Emotionally, it hits as sudden rage, intense sadness, or shame spirals that feel like you've been physically punched. You start expecting rejection even in neutral situations, so you people please to avoid it, or avoid risks entirely, or chase perfectionism like armor. The anticipation alone is enough to trigger it. Your brain is bracing for pain before the pain even exists. And because the reaction is so severe and so fast, that emotional whiplash is sometimes mistaken for a mood disorder, which means people get the wrong treatment for the wrong problem. The worst part? You usually know you're overreacting, and knowing it makes the shame spiral even deeper. The good news, this is manageable. First, therapy, specifically cognitive behavioral therapy, helps rewire the thinking patterns that turn a neutral signal into a catastrophic one. But because RSD episodes hit instantly, standard talk therapy alone is often insufficient. For people with ADHD, medications that target emotional regulation, specifically alpha agonists, have the strongest evidence for calming this overactive threat response. Beyond clinical tools, stress reduction is your baseline defense. Stress and anxiety amplify RSD, so managing overall nervous system load matters. Try the pause technique. When you feel that chest tightening hit, consciously pause before reacting to your first impression of rejection. Ask yourself, is this a fact, or is this my wiring? Name the episode for what it is. This is RSD. This is my brain's threat detection, not the truth. And finally, tell trusted people about your triggers. Community support cuts the isolation that makes rejection feel like survival-level danger. Processing rejection differently isn't a character flaw, it's a real neurological difference. Your brain isn't broken, it's an overactive threat detector in a world that no longer requires tribes for survival. That same wiring that makes you feel a text like a punch, it's also why you read rooms faster than anyone else. The sensitivity is data. You just need to learn which signals to trust. If this made you feel seen, send it to someone who needs to know their brain isn't broken. And tell me below, what's your trigger? The text, the group chat, the feedback email? I read every comment. More on how to rewire this in the next one.